Now, you could totally do this just the way we did the previous one, but I want to show you another way that you can also do this problem. If something can be factored, if you factor it right away, it might save you a little bit of work. So look at the denominator, 3 minus 6i. What do they have in common? They have 3 in common, right? So think of this in factored form. Would say 6i over 3, parentheses, 3 times 1 is 3, 3 times 2i is 6i. So then look at the big boy numbers out in front. We have 6 over 3. Now 6 divided by 3 is 2. So we can make this 2. We can make this a 1, which just vanishes. So simplified then, we're looking at 2i over 1 minus 2i. Working with smaller numbers might be a little easier. It could save us a step on factoring later. Fine. Great. We'll get there either way. So we multiply by that complex conjugate, which would be 1 plus 2i, 1 plus 2i. Again, if you just did it with the 3 plus 6i, you'll get where we're going to get this way, too. So don't worry about that. So denominator, we square the first term, 1. We make it a minus, we square the last term, 4i squared. Remember, negative 4i squared becomes plus 4. And 1 plus 4 would give us 5 for our denominator. Cool. Let's finish up the numerator here. So 2i times 1 is 2i. 2i times 2i is 4i squared. And positive 4i squared becomes negative 4, right? Because it's 4 times negative 1. So we'd have negative 4 plus 2i, which we can't combine that. So that would be it, because negative 4 over 5 you can't simplify, and 2i over 5 you can't simplify. So it can be written like this. That's perfect. Or if you want to think of it as 2 separate fractions, negative 4 fifths plus 2i over 5, that's fine too. But if they do have the same denominator, let's go ahead and just mush them together, okay? So let me scooch this over. Now to the last thing. It's the same thing we just did, but now you look and there's 2 terms in the numerator. So over there, number 17, we have negative 4 minus I over 6 minus 4i. So again, you can factor that if you'd like. That's fine. Let's do it without factoring though, and just see what we get. So we're going to multiply top and bottom by 6 plus 4i. 6 plus 4i. Now we're going to need some space on this one. And on this one, let's do the numerator first. We have to FOIL this out. So negative 4 times 6 is negative 24. Negative 4 times 4i is negative 16i. Negative I times 6 is negative 6i. And negative I times positive 4i would be negative 4i squared. We'll come back to that. Denominator, we have the first term squared, 36, minus the second term squared, 16i squared. Fantastic. Numerator, let's combine some stuff here. This minus 4i squared is negative 1. So negative 4 times negative 1 would be positive 4. So we have negative 24 plus 4 would give us negative 20. We have negative 16i minus 6i would be negative 22i. And then the denominator, remember negative 16i squared is negative 1, so it becomes 36 plus 16, which is 52. Now, we can simplify this. I have 22 seconds here. So think of negative 20, 50 seconds, and 22i over 52. And we can simplify those because they're both even. So 20 and 52 are both divisible by 4. So it would be negative 5/13. And